My name is Amirul Shah bin Mohammad and my matrix number is 202-062-019.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Najmuddin bin Zainudin, student matrix 2020842398.
Hi, my name is Afifah Zuhairah binti Zuhaidi and my matrix number is 2020-497986.
Hi, my name is Afza Irdina binti Yusof and my student ID is 2020-46906.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aniqah binti Mohammad Radzi and my matric number is 2020830622.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Farahhanim binti Izham and my matric number is 2020892354.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Edayu Atirah binti Muhammad Harmizan and my matrix number is 2020479152.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Asmahanim binti Azizan and my matric number is 2020451362.
To begin with our presentation, we will dive into our stated company, Bubblebee. The company is founded in 2019 and based in Malaysia. The headquarters is located in Puchong, Selangor. Bubble tea gained its popularity in the early 2010. To meet the enormous demand from people for bubble tea, the popular comedian, Mr. Shah, decided to open his own bubble tea store named Bubblebee, which quickly gained its reputation in the Malaysia market.
First, I'd like to highlight two top-level managers in this company, which are CEO, Dato' Ismail bin Abdul Rahman, and the other one is COO, Michelle Koh. So the top-level managers possess mostly conceptual skills in their work. A conceptual leader can think through their ideas, transforming thoughts into action-driven solutions and benefiting the organization. Next is middle-level manager. Mohammad Abdul Rahman is a finance manager for this Bubblebee company. He monitors a full set account. Besides, he will monitor payment receipt. A payment receipt is an amount of money received by the organizations and recorded on the system. Middle-level manager own human skills.
Lower-level manager is the lowest level of the management, where lower-level manager are responsible for the work of others, but do not supervise other manager. In lower level manager, we have supervisor, shift manager, clerk and others. In Bubblebee Sdn Bhd, the supervisor is Safana binti Baharudin. She will act of overseeing team of employee in the Bubblebee and guiding their daily operation. And the clerk is Encik Ahmad Farhan, who work for the Bubblebee Sdn Bhd. He will be responsible for carrying out the tasks that delegated to him by the office manager or other department employees. Then, technical skill. Technical skill are the crucial ability for the lower level manager. For example, in Bubblebee Sdn Bhd, the supervisor and clerk should have technical skill, which is project manager, problem solving, accounting, marketing and manufacturing.
Same as other company, Bubblebees also have vision and mission. Vision of Bubblebee is strive to become an internationally recognized brand while remaining humble but continuously growing on the world stage. The company's vision clearly wants to make the brand able to expand globally as an international brand and compete in a healthy way with other outside companies. Mission of Bubblebee wants to bring smile to your faces. As their motto, one person, one cup and one neighborhood at a time. This means that the company wants every customers to get quality products and reach the taste of all Malaysians to be able to give fully satisfaction at any time regardless of place.
Standing plans is designed to be used for many times. It brings consistency to the operation. Standing plans include policies, procedure and rules. First one is procedure. It is a plan that specifies how to proceed in a specific situation that routinely arises. There are some procedures in Bubblebee company, which is procedure for delivery of product and refund and return of product that are related to a problem of damaged and broken goods. Next is policies, which mean a guideline for decision making within the organization. In Bubblebee company, there are few policies that have been used as guidance, namely return and refund policy. In this policy, Bubblebee will undertake to fully refund the cost of any manufactured defective products. And the last one is rule, which mean detailed and specific regulation for action. For example, there are some rules to conclude a contract with Bubblebee, which is you must be 18 years old to buy product via the website. You can only order on the website if you are a consumer, not a reseller.
For single-use plan, it's designed for a specific purpose or time. In single-use plan for Bubblebee company, we have three types, which is program, project, and budget. Programs are designed to accomplish a particular set of goals. In Bubblebee company, it have made many programs for their customer. For example, the program that happened in Bubblebee is Happy Night at Bubblebee, join the festival YPKDT in Johor, and Bubblebee company also made a program that called Crazy Hour for their lovely customer. Next, project. Project are the effort of individual or group to achieve goal quickly. For example, Bubblebee want to open a new outlet for their friend, so customers from all over Malaysia can taste this Bubblebee product. Lastly is a budget. Budget is the planning that provide detail about estimated money, material, time, and other resources to achieve the predetermined objective of various departments. For example, the financial manager of Bubblebee has to create a budget to launch the program and project that have been created.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Farahhanim binti Izham and I will present about organizing. In this part, me and Edayu Atirah will explain about the type of departmentalization. As the type of departmentalization, functional departmentalization is used by Bubblebee company to divide the staff into smaller groups according to the tasks they must be complete. The relationship that exists within the organization in the company have an impact on how the activities are carried out and coordinated. First and foremost, the Chief Executive Officer, which is the CEO, plays important role in conducting a business or company since he or she is the head of an organization within the company. Dato' Ismail bin Abdul Rahman is the CEO of Bubblebee Saddam Mohd. He plays his role by leading, guiding and evaluating work of other executive leaders, including the Chief Operating Officer, Chief Financial Officer and also the directors of the company. Plus, Dato' Ismail needs to set up the strategy in all departments and all aspects of the Bubblebee company. He is also responsible for everything related to management, such as financial and operational matters. This is because the CEO has stepped into the everything and any necessary role to get the job done and for achieving the company's goals. Next, finance manager also acts as a significant role in the company as the person who is in charge of financial matters. The finance manager of the Bubblebee Saddam Mohd is Mr. Mohammad Hafiz bin Abdul Rahman. He is responsible to monitor the full set of account of the Bubblebee company, which contains a profit and loss account, balance sheet and detailed financial notes. It is crucial to have enough cash and liquidity to meet the obligations of the company. Besides, the Bubblebee company can raise funds by using the equity and debt. It is the responsibility of Mr. Hafiz as finance manager to decide the ratio of the equity and debt, since it is important to have a good balance for both of them. He also makes sure that the financial data is accurate and timely. Other than that, his job is predicting the future financial trends for Bubblebee company to set and achieve the goals. To obtain the company's goals, Mr. Hafiz need to understand the capital markets and also provide a good profit planning for Bubblebee company. Next, I will pass to Edayu Atirah to continue this presentation.
Furthermore, Mr. Amir Izham handles human resources for Bubblebee. He will staffing and recruit new hires. He will employ strategic planning to guarantee that new employees are hired and trained at the appropriate times. Next, composition to different employees. He always decides their composition and benefits that determines their wages and expenses that needs to pay back. Lastly, write policy and procedures for the company. He will manage the workforce and make sure everyone never break the rules by their own. Last but not least, Mr. Mohammad bin Ismail. He will respond to queries from the customer, the products and services provided by Bubblebee. He also will addressing the customer feedback and satisfaction to ensure that customer will be pleased by the response. Lastly, doing internal auditing for the outlets to make sure that all the products follow SOP. Concurrent control is the process of monitoring or adjusting ongoing activities or process. Such control are not necessarily proactive, but they can prevent problems from becoming worse. The management of Bubblebee will make sure that every food and drink will produce at the best quality and fulfill customer needs. For example, when Bubblebee gets too many customers or a lot of orders from one customer, the probability of the Bubblebee employees to make a mistake will definitely happen. So any problem or lacking will solve quickly by the management and employees.
The organizational structure of Bubblebee Saddam Mohd can be described as wide with a large span of control. The span of control refers to the number of subordinates under a manager's direct control. Decisions can be classified into program and non-program. The frequency of program decisions is repetitive or routine, or in other words, frequently occurring situations, which can be solved through clear-cut mechanical procedures. Up to 90% of management decisions are programmed. Furthermore, in program decisions, managers make a real decision only once, and the program itself specifies procedures to follow when similar circumstances arise. Hence, the decisions remain consistent over long periods of times. This leads to the formulation of rules, procedures, and policies.
Next is non-program decisions. Non-program decisions are exceptional or non-recurring and are often made under crisis conditions which specific procedures or programs are not available. For example, consider a manager of Bubblebee trying to decide whether or not to adopt a new technology. There will always be unknowns in a situation of this nature. Will the new technology really be better than the existing technology? Will it become widely accepted over time, or will some other technology become the standard? The best the manager of this company can do in this situation is to gather as much relevant information as possible and make an educated guess as to whether the technology will be worthwhile. Clearly, non-program decisions present a greater challenge.
Now let's move on to motivation. Motivation, according to Cambridge Dictionary, is enthusiasm for doing something. In the context of our selected company, Bubblebee, the motivation theory, which is reinforcement theory, is seen enforced in this company. It is said that, in the story, is that people learn to repeat behavior that are positively rewarded and avoid behavior that are punishable. There is 4 main components in this theory, which is positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, punishment, and extinction. Now let's look at the first one, which is positive reinforcement. For example, in Bubblebee, the manager will praise any employees who come early. The company also will be giving bonus to employees who perform well and reach the KPI. Next is negative reinforcement. By telling them to submit weekly report instead of daily report, it will make their life easier. The company also may be forced to stop paying overtime to employees who stay late every day or work too many hours to ensure their well-being. This is an example of extinction. Last but not least, let's look at punishment. Bubblebee is known as a strict company, so they will immediately suspend any employees who break the company rules. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
I would like to present about leading for Bubblebee's company. The leader of Bubblebee, Mohd, lead the company more to the path goal theory. Based on this theory, there are 4 primary types of behavior shown by the leader of this company. First of all, directive behavior. Leader behavior aims at telling every branch what to do and how to do it. The leader indicates what performance goal exists and precisely what must be done to achieve them, so the company have direction in moving their business smoothly. Second, supportive behavior. The leader aims at being friendly with the heads of each of their branches and showing interest in them as human beings. Through this behavior, the leader shows sensitivity to the personal needs of the subordinates by visiting each outlet when necessary. Next, participative behavior. Leader behavior where recommendations from branch heads are sought regarding business operations with the decision that they are involved in making important organizational decisions. Therefore, information related to Bubblebee branches can help in increasing the company's productivity. Lastly, achievement behavior. Leader behavior that aims to set challenging goals for each Bubblebee branch to express and show confidence in facing challenges to achieve the company vision, which is striving to become and grow an internationally recognized brand. No matter what style of leadership is used, it is important for leaders to be able to communicate clearly, motivate and inspire their team, and create an environment that fosters collaboration and innovations.
Feed-forward control are used to prevent a problem from happening before it does. Bubblebee take action to make sure that the situation do not get worse. Before a new product or service can be launched, it must be pre-controlled to ensure that it meets the requirement of the transformation process. As we know, Bubblebee is a shop that has systematic system of ordering and produce good quality food and drink on the menu. Whenever there must be one, they need to launch a new product or food in their main menu. From this, Bubblebee management process will use numbering system to take order to make sure there is no wrong and duplicate order. Second, Bubblebee will make sure the quality of drink and food served to the customer is good. And lastly, Bubblebee will make sure the ingredient used is safe to be eaten by the customer.
Concurrent control is the process of monitoring or adjusting ongoing activities or process. Such control are not necessarily proactive, but they can prevent problems from becoming worse. The management of Bubblebee will make sure that every food and drink will produce at the best quality and fulfill customer needs. For example, when Bubblebee gets too many customers or a lot of orders from one customer, the probability of the Bubblebee employees to make a mistake will definitely happen. So any problem or lacking will solve quickly by the management and employees.
Next is feedback control. Feedback control is the process that manager use to evaluate how effectively their team meet the stated goals. In feedback control, Bubblebee uniquely handle their consumer. The customer can comment not only on the food and drink, but also on how staff treated them. This will help a lot to improve the Bubblebee Sdn Bhd service.
To summarize, Bubblebee Sdn Bhd can be called as a monopoly company in food and beverage industry. Without realizing it, the company has been strategizing its operations effectively and efficiently in order to compete with other companies both directly and indirectly in Malaysia. Furthermore, Bubblebee company has become famous as it has received more attention from the community. Plus, it has opened several more branches in Malaysia, which is about 100 new branches today. Last but not least, the company keeps improving the strategy by taking action on every piece of customers' feedback, whether it comes from social media or its own website. With the right strategy, Bubblebee company can transform and innovate itself in order to maintain the company's relevance and continue operating successfully now and in the future.